behind all of these other electronics is where your quantum processor will sit right down here. And that's the lowest temperature stage, 10 millidegrees above absolute zero. So that's something like, the deepest part of space. Make that colder by another factor of 100, and then you've got the temperature of the quantum processor itself. The heart of these quantum computing systems, it's really this quantum processor, which is, think of it just as an array of physical qubits that you can control and manipulate and get to interact. But the details of how that happens is really what differentiates one hardware platform from another, and really, is where the secret sauce is and where all the intellectual property is.
That's the level where the tech companies are competing.
That's right. There's many hardware platforms people are developing, but the main competition is around how that processor is designed and architected and implemented.
Painter says having the backing of AWS has been a major advantage for its quantum efforts.
One of the big advantages we have at AWS is the fact that we do design our own chips for our data centers. And so those very same chips and those very same design techniques can be used for actually implementing the control and the chips that are needed to control the quantum processor.
The three ones that really matter in this conversation are Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. And of course, those are the three that all have the cloud services. Amazon, I think that there's probably a little bit at a disadvantage relative to some of the other ones, in part because the company's DNA has not been around these really technically hard problems. The AWS has technical problems, but as a company, the DNA has not been around really cracking very difficult problems. And I think that probably Microsoft might be in line or a little bit better, but Google has a history of really trying to solve, I think, more difficult problems.